Welcome, and today we shall see the basics of goldfish, how to rear them successfully. So every adult goldfish requires around 50 liters of water. This tank measures 2 by 1 by 1, that is 2 cubic feet. And may I also tell you that each cubic feet will occupy 28 liters water in it. Since ours is a 2 cubic feet tank, it will accommodate 56 liters of water, which is perfect for one adult goldfish. However, in this tank we are not going to put one adult but two small goldfish. Additionally, we are not going to fill the water completely in the tank but just 75%. It is so because the water will not come out when the fish swim. Clean the tank properly and then place it on flat surface, smooth surface. Don't use soap or any other chemical wash to clean the tank as it may prove fatal to the fish. Cushion the tank with rubber mat or thermocol to prevent cracking. Avoid keeping the tank directly in the sunlight but indirect light. Direct sunlight will encourage the growth of algae which are harmful. However, if you are giving artificial light, then limit it up to 10 to 12 hours per day. Now we shall see what all things to put inside the tank. First thing is the filter. There are various types of filter, HOB filter which hang on the tank and external canister filters which are outside, and this one is the submersible filter which is inside the tank, inside the water. It is interesting to note here that the capacity of this filter is measured in terms of liters per hour, how much water it will filter in an hour. So liters per hour, and the standard is whatever water is there in your tank, it should be filtered 5 to 10 times in an hour. I purchased the filter for $5. Next is the thermostat. Goldfish are cold water fish. Normally they will not need very high temperatures. However, this is a glass thermostat and it cost me $3. Goldfish would best live at 22 degrees centigrade throughout the year, and the range of 10 degrees centigrade to 28 degrees centigrade is okay. However, beyond 28 degree or below 10 degree, it will stop eating and may die. So here is the adjustment for the thermostat temperature, which we are keeping it at 22. This is to be put inside the tank, and the vacuum holders will hold the thermostat inside the walls. This is not fully submersible, but however you can have many submersible fill thermostats in the market. The next is the air pump. As all of you know, air pump helps to put oxygen inside the water tank. But the question is, do really goldfish need oxygen with the help of air pump? And the answer is no. Air pump in strict sense are not required, not necessary for goldfish. You may have the goldfish without air pump and no loss, but only for beauty you can have it. Next thing is sand or gravel, and you can have it in the fancy form. Wash it when you bring it from outside, even though it is new. Add some beauty plants, maybe artificial or natural. This is artificial. Again, don't use soap for cleaning. About food, use authenticated food, branded food. I am using Tetra Bits. This is 93 ml bottle and it has cost me around $5. This food is in the form of pellets and they float on the water for quite some time. This is anti-chlorine, and if you are using tap water, this will help you to remove the chlorine from that water. Now pour water inside the tank. Slowly, little water. Instructions about quantity of chlorine remover to be used are written on the bottle. Add sand or gravel 1 or 2 inches thick equally. Chlorine can be removed if you keep this water overnight, but not chloramines. So chlorine remover are necessary. Fix the filter, then the thermostat. They are provided with vacuum holders. Dip these vacuum holders inside the water. If they are wet, they will hold it very nicely and for a long time. Glass protection. Thereafter, the air filter just for aesthetics, not a must, not necessary, but I am using it. It will give a good look. This filter pipe comes out outside the tank. One can also put an electronic thermometer in here. Thereafter, we shall put this artificial plant. Please remember, goldfish is a shy fish and always needs and enjoys places of hidings. This plant will provide that. Fill the tank with additional water up to the level and then use anti-chlorine for this water. Leave it at least for 1 hour. Before you release the fish in this tank, you have to undertake cycling of the tank, about which we will tell you at the later part of this video. Bring fish after the cycling is over. Bring fresh, vibrant fish. Leave the bag inside this aquarium for at least half an hour. So the temperature equilibrium is created inside and outside that bag, which is very good for the fish. This avoids the shock and stress. We have brought Orlando goldfish. After opening the bag, try to create a chemical equilibrium by putting some water in the plastic bag and removing some water from the plastic bag. So this will avoid the shock or stress. Continue doing this gradually and ultimately release the fish. You can make out they are not feeling at home. Don't panic. It will take 12 hours to 24 hours to make them feel at home. As regards cleanliness of the water, change 25% of the water every week. Before removing the water, clean the interior walls with rubber scrubber softly so that whatever algae is created, they are taken off. If the tank is giving bad odor continuously and you want to wash it thoroughly, remove the fish with net in small bowl with the same water, tank water, and wash the tank, clean the tank by Bengal gram flour. It is good substitute for the soap. Use simple siphon, plastic siphon, which is available in the market for less than $1 to remove the water from the tank. Move the siphon over the gravel when you are using it. By changing the water, you are ensuring that the nitrate levels are brought to the minimum. Before you change the water, keep the water to be added ready, and it should be dechlorinated water. Periodically check the water for impurities and for ammonia, nitrites and nitrates. We get API liquid test kit for this, which is very good. Don't use preferably the paper kit. The instructions regarding how to use these kits are very clear cut and mentioned on the kit itself. If excess ammonia or nitrites or nitrates are observed, you can treat them with the chemicals available in the market, and simultaneously by the exchanging water, nitrate level is contained. Excess nitrate will also reveal that excess unutilized food is being lying in the tank. If the nitrate level is more than 20, you have to exchange 50% of the water in one go. Clean the filter once in a week. However, don't clean it under running tap water because it will take away all the beneficial bacteria which are there and which help cycling. Instead, take some water from the aquarium outside and wash the filter in that. As regards the feed, the tetrapod feed is in the form of pellets and they are slow sinking. That means they will float on the top for 2 minutes, and by that time the fish must come and eat them. Thereafter it will sink in the water at the bottom. Goldfish keep on eating even though they are not hungry, and since they don't have stomach, overeating results in their death. So once you put the food, whatever they are eating in 2 minutes, that is the real food. Excess is poison for them. Additionally, uneaten pellets which lie at the bottom will spoil the water, raising the level of nitrates and bad smell. Feed the babies twice a day and the adults only once a day. They can live without food for many days. Now let us learn about the cycling. Cycling is a process whereby we allow the good bacteria to grow in the tank and which fix a system whereby the waste created by the fish is decomposed properly. Fish produce ammonia which is harmful. Ammonia is decomposed by good bacteria into nitrites, but nitrites too are harmful. And finally, nitrates are converted to nitrates. They are also harmful but to the lesser extent. So if we release the fish in the water without cycling, that is without developing these good bacteria, ammonia will not be decomposed and it will ultimately be fatal to the fish. So what we do is, without releasing the fish in the water tank, first we allow these bacteria to develop, this cycle to develop. So how we do it? We introduce artificial ammonia in the water tank. Sorry, we introduce the ammonia from outside. As a nature's law, bacteria which eat this ammonia and decompose it to nitrites will be developing. Further, the next bacteria which decompose nitrite into nitrate will be forming. So introduce ammonia, 1 drop of ammonia for 4 liters of water every day, and at the end of each week test with the test strips or liquid how much nitrite, ammonia and nitrates are present. When the level of nitrites and ammonia is lowest, almost nil, and nitrates less than 20, that means the bacteria are fully developed and the water tank is cycled. This process normally takes 2 to 3 weeks, but thereby you are eliminating the risk of death of your fish completely. Thank you.